Chapter 4 Syntax. The definition of syntax. A subfield of linguistics that studies the sentence structure of language. A branch of linguistics that studies how words are combined to form sentences and the rules that govern the formation of sentences. The definition of syntax. The basic components of a sentence. Subject. Referring expression. Predicate. Comprises finite verb or a verb phrase and says something about the subject. The basic components of a sentence. Simple sentence consists of a single clause which contains a subject and a predicate and stands alone as its own sentence. Coordinate, compound, sentence contains two clauses joined by a linking word called coordinating conjunctions, such as and, by, or. Types of sentences. Complex sentence contains two, or more, clauses, one of which is incorporated into the other. Embedded clause, matrix clause. One subordinator. Two functions as a grammatical unit. Three may be complete. The linear and hierarchical structures of sentences. When a sentence is uttered or written down, the words of the sentence are produced one after another in a sequence, which suggests the structure of a sentence is linear. But the superficial arrangement of words in a linear sequence does not entail that sentences are simply linearly structured. Sentences are organized with words of the same syntactic category, such as NP or VP, grouped together. The linear and hierarchical structures of sentences. Tree diagram of constituent structure. Brackets and subscript labels. Category refers to a group of linguistic items which fulfill the same or similar functions in a particular language, such as a sentence, a noun phrase or a verb. The most central categories to the syntactic study are the word-level categories, traditionally, parts of speech. Categories. Lexical categories, parts of speech. Major lexical categories, open categories. The adjective adverb. Minor lexical categories, closed categories. Det. Prep. Pron. Kinch. Int. Phrasal categories, NP, VP, PP, AP. Lexical categories, parts of speech. The criteria on which categories are determined. Meaning. Inflection. Distribution. Note, the most reliable criterion of determining a word's category is its distribution. The criteria on which categories are determined. Phrase structure rules. The grammatical mechanism that regulates the arrangement of elements that make up a phrase is called a phrase structure rule. Phrase structure rules. NP-VP NP-det, plus N plus PP. For example, those people, the fish on the plate. Pretty girls. VP, qual, plus V plus, NP. For example, always play games. Finish assignments. NP-VP, APPPAP, deg, plus A plus, PP. Very handsome, very pessimistic. Familiar with. Very close to. PP, deg, plus P plus, NP. On the shelf. In the boat. Quite near the station. APPP. The XP rule, XP specifier X complement head. Specifier X complement. Head. The phrase structure rules can be summed up as XP rule shown in the diagram, in which X stands for N, V, A or P. The XP rule. Coordination rule. Coordinate structures, no limit on number. Any category can be coordinated. Same type. Identical category type. Coordination rule. Phrase elements. Specifier semantically precise meaning. Syntactically phrase boundary. Get dot plus N. Qualifier plus V. Degree plus A dot slash P. Phrase elements. Phrase elements complements subcategorization the XP rule revised. Complementizers. Complement clause. Complement phrase. Matrix clause. Phrase elements. Modifiers. AP for N. Adverb.P and PP for V. Phrase elements. S rule. SNPVP. Sentences. Transformation auxiliary movement do insertion. D structure and S structure. WH movement. Move and constraints on transformations. Transformation.